Good morning students. I am Susmita Nanda, lecturer in computer science. Today's subject is IWT chapter 2. Today's topic is internet connectivity and WWW. So first we know what is connectivity, then we go for what is internet connectivity. So what is connectivity? Connectivity refers broadly to social connections forged through mediated communication systems. This is since the arrival of World Wide Web, which stands for WWW, and the spread of mobile communications, mediated connectivity has been quietly normalized as central to a consolidating global imaginary. One aspect of this is the availability of the social media to accumulate economic capital from the users' connections and activities on social media platforms by using certain mechanisms in their architecture. According to several scholars, it is a key element of social media logic, having a material and metaphorical importance in social media culture. So connectivity is the communications between two devices, or maybe two people, or maybe two things, anything, but connectivity is the communications between two devices. Okay. Then we go for what is internet connectivity. So internet connectivity is defined. Network connectivity describes the extensive process of connecting various parts of a network to one another. For example, through the use of routers, switches and gateways, and how that process works. And routers, switches, gateways, all are the interconnecting devices which are using to connecting the internet connections. Next, network connectivity is also a kind of metric to discuss how well parts of the network connect to one another. Related terms include network topology, which refers to the structure and makeup of the network as a whole. So network topology is defined as the architecture of the networking connections between the two devices or more than two devices, and for the topology we are using routers, switches, gateways, hops, so many things. There are many different network topologies including hub, linear, tree and star designs, each of which is set up in its own way to facilitate connectivity between computers or devices. Each has its own pros and cons in terms of network connectivity. So there are so many connectivities are there, and there are 6 connectivities. First one is your dial-up connection, second one is your ISDN, third one is your DSL, fourth one is your cable TV internet connections, fifth one is your satellite internet connections, and last one, sixth one is your wireless internet connections. So first we know what is dial-up connection. So dial-up, this is the diagram of dial-up connection. Dial-up connection uses telephone line to connect PC to internet. It requires a modem. This is a modem, and dial-up connection requires a modem. Okay, this modem works as an interface between the PC and the telephone line. There is also a communication program that instructs the modem to make a call to specific number provided by ISP. ISP stands for Internet Service Provider. So dial-up connection also divided into two types. One is your Serial Line Internet Protocol, SLIP, Serial Line Internet Protocol, and another one is your Point-to-Point Protocol, PPP. So these are about your dial-up connection. We go for the next connectivity, which is ISDN. So ISDN stands for Integrated Services Digital Network. ISDN stands for Integrated Services Digital Network. It establishes the connection using the phone line which carry digital signals instead of analog signals. So in ISDN we are the connections means the signal is carrying digital signal, not analog signal. This is also divided into two types. One is your basic rate interface, BRI. Another one is your primary rate interface, PRI. Okay. The BRI ISDN consists of three distinct channels on a single ISDN line. Which one is 1 to 64 kbps channel, and one is 16 to D channels. Okay. And for the peer ISDN consists of 23 B channels and 1 D channels with both have operating capacity of 64 kbps individually, making a total transmission rate of 1.54 Mbps. 1.54 Mbps. So in ISDN the signal is digital, not analog. This is the main point. Okay. Next connectivity is our DSL. So we know what is DSL. So DSL stands for Digital Subscriber Line. DSL stands for Digital Subscriber Line. It is a form of broadband connection as it provides connection over ordinary telephone. So DSL is provided connection over ordinary telephone lines, and several versions of DSL technique available today. One is your asymmetric DSL, which is known as ADSL. Another one is symmetric DSL, which stands for SDSL. High bit rate DSL, SDSL. Rate adaptivity DSL, RDSL. Very high bit rate DSL, VDSL. And last one is your ISDN DSL, IDSL. So all these categories are different in their uploading and downloading speed, bit transfer rate and level of services. So we are defining so many, means 6 types of DSL are there, and there is the difference between of them is for the uploading and downloading. Okay. Go for the next connection. Which one is our cable TV internet connection? Cable TV internet connection. So cable TV internet connection is provided through cable TV lines. Which lines? Cable TV lines. It uses coaxial cable which is capable of transferring data at much higher speed than common telephone lines. So its speed is much higher than the common telephone lines. A cable modem is used to access this service provided by the cable operator. The cable modem comprises of two connections, one for internet service and another for cable TV signals. Since cable TV internet connections share a set amount of bandwidth with a group of customers. Therefore, data transfer rate also depends on the number of customers using the internet at the same time. So, main point in this cable TV internet is, so what is the speed of internet and how many users are using the internet. This is depending upon the speed of the internet and total numbers of internet users. Okay. So, next one is our satellite internet connections. This is the diagram of satellite internet connections. So, satellite internet connections offers high speed connections to the internet. There are two types of satellite internet connection. One is one-way connection or two-way connection. What is the difference between the one-way and two-way? In the one-way connection, we can only download data, but if we want to upload, we need to dial up access through ISP over telephone line. But in two-way connection, we can download and upload the data by the satellite. It does not require any dial-up connections. So, in satellite internet connections, there are two types of connections are there, one way and two way. In the one way connection, we can upload the data, but we can only download the data, not uploading the data. For uploading, we need dial-up access, but in two-way connections, we are doing both downloading and uploading the data by using our satellite. Okay. So, we go for the next connection, which one is the last one. Wireless internet connections. So, what do you mean by wireless? In wireless means there is the no connections, means there is the connection between the devices, but we are not using any type of wire to connecting the devices. This is our wireless internet connections. Okay. So, wireless internet connections make use of radio frequency bands to connect to the internet and offers a very high speed. The wireless internet connection can be obtained by either Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. We are using two things. One is Wi-Fi and another one is the Bluetooth. Okay. So, Wi-Fi wireless technology is based on IEEE 802.11 standards, which allow the electronic device to connect to the internet. And Bluetooth wireless technology makes use of short wavelength radio waves and helps to create personal area network, which stands for PAN, personal area network. Bluetooth is only using in personal area network, not another three networks. Okay. So, these are all about your internet connectivity. Thank you.